What's up, my fellow magicians? This is Maskevic, also known as Billy. I am a Twitch streamer, YouTuber. We're here to talk about how to get into MTG Arena. It's a free-to-play game that's very hard to compete and do well as a free player. So most people want to spend some kind of money to try to get invested in the game, and it's kind of difficult to do. You know, it can cost you a lot of money up front if you just dive in, if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm here to give you a brief overview how to jump into Arena, compete for free, and gain a collection to where you can actually hit the mythic ranks and stuff like that without having to go pay with the most powerful card in Magic, which is the credit card. So stay tuned. We're going to jump into some Arena right here in a moment. We're going to go through some opening phases and let you guys see how the game looks, and then we will kind of go over briefly how to navigate the game and things to do in order to play for free and compete for free. So here we are in the Arena. We've got a new account here we've created to kind of go through some stuff. I conceded the opening tutorial match, which if you're brand new to Arena, you really don't want to do. You kind of want to play through all this stuff, but we're going to show you how to skip some of that in case you're an experienced Magic player and you don't really need to learn how to play the game of Magic itself, but you just want to jump into Arena and figure out how to play. So we're going to kind of walk through and do some of that stuff without doing all the, playing all the intro stuff, because that's stuff that you can do on your own. You don't have to see me do that. It'll teach you how to play the game. But for those who like Magic, who want to play Magic, maybe you come from MTG Online or from Paper Magic or whatever, and you want to check this stuff out to get started, we're going to show you how to skip through some of this stuff. After the tutorial screen, little game that you play against Sparky, it's going to have you go here. It's kind of like playing through 5 chapters or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and skip this. And the way you do that is to go to Account and Skip Tutorial. So you go to the little gear at the top right, go to Account, Skip Tutorial, and this will skip all the tutorials for the game. It'll give you all this stuff. It'll give you it'll unlock the decks for you, that kind of stuff. So you get some starting decks to play with if you choose to. So it's good. They give you some cards to play with, and then you see the loading screen. We are currently in the Kaldheim standard set, so that's what this background looks for. As you see, you have Sparky. You see the Spark on the screen. She's been teaching you some things along the way, and now let's come to the color challenge. I want you to choose a path, right? So we're going to skip this part too. I don't know if it's this or not. Yeah, unlock. So you go back to Account, Gear, and then Account, and then you unlock Play Modes, right? So this is going to skip all this color challenge stuff. In theory, it's going to put you right into unlocking all the play modes. So you hit the home button up here in the top left, and it's going to talk about all the banned cards and standard. So following cards have been added to the standard ban list, and you just click OK. Mechanic updates, stuff like this, if you're familiar with it. Cool. If not, you can read this on the screen. I don't have to read it to you. Here it talks about the new set. Here we are in a new account on Arena. So this is we're going to touch on how to play the game for free. First off, you start with 0 wildcards. This is your wildcard collection, I should say. Obviously, we don't have any because we just started. This is the gold. This is the free currency that you earn in the game, and the currency that you can spend to buy packs or do some of these other play modes or stuff like that. And then you have gems, which is you can buy gems in the store with your credit card, checking account, or whatever. So that is the currency, the pay-to-play. You'll hear that term a lot in all these type of games. The pay-to-play players will go to buy gems, right? So we're going to head on over to the store to show you what it's talking about. So you click on the store, and we'll go through some of this. So you have a featured section. This is going to go show you your daily deals on the left here. I don't know if you can see it over here. Yeah. So daily deals, and they have the one-time purchase welcome bundle. We have an avatar bundle here, an adventure bundle. So you get some sleeves, an avatar, and then these other things are like, here's the mastery pass for the Kaldheim set. This functions just like a battle pass system would on like Fortnite, or the Rift system on Dead by Daylight, or the Rocket League Game Pass system, whatever they're called. They all function the same, right? You spend some currency, in-game currency, to unlock it. Usually requires money to get the currency to unlock it, right? And then you'll acquire stuff along the way to, like you see here, you got pets, you have a sleeve for your decks, and then this avatar that you could use. So you get some cool stuff, and then over here to the right, you can see you have a scroll bar here. Over here to the right, there's some more things. You have a package of 90 packs for 18,000 gems, and then you have the great deal that they have. And it is a pretty good deal. You get 20,000 gems for $99. It's probably the best deal that they have, right? So you can take this, you can buy the 20,000 gems, you come over here, you can buy the 90 packs. You're going to get 90 packs of cards, some promo artwork here, a promo card here, and then you'll still have 2,000 gems left if you choose to. So that's kind of the big money sink into the game. But I'm going to try to teach you how to do it where you do not have to do that. Right? So you do not have to put money into the game to succeed. Now, where you don't spend money, there's a caveat to it. Where you don't spend money, you have to spend time. Right? So if your time is valuable, then maybe you want to spend some money and sink some cash into it. However, if cash is difficult to come by, or you just don't really know if you're going to invest in a lot to do it, then I recommend holding off on paying money, jumping in, and then learning how to play, learning how to navigate the client here, and all the different modes that they have to play for free. I spent less than $200 my entire life, my entire arena career, so I've been playing since alpha. So I spent less than $200 approximately, maybe a little more than that, not much more. And I'm a mythic player. I'm able to achieve mythic rank every season if I really grind for it. And even every time a new set comes out, I'm able to acquire the cards without spending money on it. That being said, it is a grind. I spend a lot of time on it, and I don't necessarily be able to compete and play in everything that comes out. But I can compete on the ladder, and I can be competitive with most people who do play the game. So anyway, back to the client here. So you have all these cool things they offer you, and they're trying to get some money sink, right? They're trying to get you to spend gems to get the cool stuff, just like any other game. So, but the game is free. You don't have to do any of that, and you can get this stuff, this cool stuff, if you play your cards right. And we'll go over that in just a second. So they have the feature set, and they have the gems that you can buy. We just talked about a minute ago. They're the most popular here in the middle, and the great deal, blah, blah, blah. Then you come over to the packs. So these things highlighted here in silver are all of the standard legal, the most recent set of cards, and those are the standard legal packs. So if you want to be a standard player, you want to spend all of your focus on these at the current time, right? And it starts with the newest on the left, and it gets older as you go to the right. So all these here in the orange section, the orange color is the mythic orange, is what they call it. These are the historic formats. So these are cards that include the standard cards, but also cards that could include sets from previous standard sets that have since rotated out. Standard rotates every fall, roughly every September, so some of these sets that are in silver will rotate out in the fall and new ones will come in. Those that rotate out will go into historic. You can play historic just like you can standard, so some people enjoy some of it, all of it, both of it. I kind of enjoy all of it. So this is the way to buy used gems or coins, which we don't have any coins yet, but what I like to do is when I get enough surplus of coins, I'll start buying packs of cards here for 1,000 coins. Right? So that's how you accumulate packs. So either with gems or coins. Then over here you have the daily deals, which you have different artwork. As you see, discounted artwork. So this is a little older, prettier. Some of these will be rotating out next fall, some not. But then they also have a daily deal for a pack of cards over here. But then you have bundles where, again, they bundle up artwork or gems or whatever. Then you have avatars, which is how you want to represent yourself in the loading screens and in the game. You can choose from these to buy. Some of these are newer, most of these are older though. Most of these have been around for a while. Then you have sleeves. Again, Magic players will know, and a lot of card game players will know, you have to put sleeves on your physical deck of cards. Same thing you can do here. You can buy these to put sleeves on your cards. You don't have to. It's just for fun, cosmetics. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. Same way here. These are pets you'll see on the screen during the gameplay. They don't do anything. They may animate or whatever, but they don't do anything. But you can get these as well. Let's go back to the home screen. We're going to talk about different play modes. So some things they give you for free. They give you coins for free. As you can see here, you have daily quests. So you start with 3 from the beginning. You can reset 1 a day. So let's just reset this 500 one here. It doesn't matter. So it resets to another 500 coin quest. But some are worth 750. So I recommend, tip number 1, if you have a 500 coin quest, I recommend resetting it no matter what it is to see if you can get a 750 coin quest, right? Those take a little longer to play, but it's just a way to accumulate more coins. Other than that, you have the daily win rewards, right? So you get experience for every game that you play, and for every win that you get progress up through the 15, right? So every day this resets, and you get coins, you get some mastery experience points for your mastery pass, and sometimes you'll get some cards and stuff like that in. Next to this is your weekly win rewards. So you get some experience for just playing, so you don't have to actually win them all. You don't have to win 15 games necessarily, but the more you win, the faster this goes up. So this is a heavy experience point laden reward system. You get some coins. Usually you get some cards in there too, but this will allow you to kind of boost your experience for the week, and it kind of gets you along the way. We have all play modes enabled, and I would recommend that. If this is over here on Arena Play Mode, if this is what you see, I recommend clicking it to all play modes so you can see everything that you can do. Now, one thing that you're going to want to try to do right out the gate is accumulate coins. And the reason why, coins are a currency that's used for most things in the game, where it's buying packs of cards in the store. So if you click on packs here, we don't have any, so it'll prompt you to go get packs, and it takes you here. So 1,000 coins in the pack. But here's the secret to playing for free. These things right here are called drafts. And we're just going to click on traditional. It's easy to click on. As you can see, it costs a lot of currency to play in a draft, right? 1,500 gems gets you in, or 10,000 coins gets you in. This is a traditional draft. You can see here, 10,000 coins will get you in, but if you win, and it's tough to win. I will readily warn you that it's tough to win. I don't suggest starting here. But if you do win, if you win 3 wins, just 3,000 gems and 6 packs. So 3,000 gems, guess what? You can buy into 2 more drafts, right? That's big. Now it's hard to get 3 wins. So you have to win 3 times, right? So I don't think you can lose in traditional draft. I think you have to win 3 in a row. The average queue time is under a minute, so it goes pretty quick. You get in and you get out. Now we're not going to demonstrate this in this video. We're just going over how to play for free. So if you can get if you're a good limited player, that's what draft is called. It's considered limited because you have a limited card pool. If you can develop your skills as a draft player, then you can enter in for 10,000 coins, which is you can accumulate pretty quickly in this game. And so once you enter in for 10,000, if you get 3 wins in a row, you've paid for it with ease, right? Well, let's go back here, and we're going to look at Premier Draft. Premier Draft, also 1,500 and 10,000. But this is what they call best of 3. And you're drafting against other players, but not necessarily playing against the people that you draft with. We'll talk about that later in a separate video. Here we have, it's a best of 3, so you play until you lose 3 total matches, and best of 3 means you're going to play 3 games in 1 match. So you have 3 games to win the match. The best 2 out of 3 will win 1 match. If you can win 7 matches, then you'll get 2,200 gems and 6 packs. Now, note, the reward is lower, right? But you have a much greater chance of winning, in theory, because you have more opportunities to play. It's best of 3, and you can lose up to 3 times. Once you lose your 3rd time, you finish, and you collect your reward. The key is, if you're good at draft, and you draft a good pool, then you can basically get all your rewards and play it again. If you do well again, then you can play it again. If you do well again, you can play it again. So you're building your collection, you're essentially playing the game completely free. The trick is to get good at draft, right? It's tough. It is tough, but it's not impossible. And then you have the quick draft. It's a little less expensive, right? You're not drafting against other people. It's 5,000 coins, 750 gems. So this is where I would recommend you start in your limited career. So if you win all 7, you get 950 gems and 2 packs. Same concept. You can keep playing over and over and over again for free. It pays for itself, and you'll slowly accumulate. Now, odds are you're not going to win 7 every time because it's a limited card pool, and you just never know what you're going to get. But the more you play it, the better you do. Chances of you increasing your skill and thus your success goes up, right? It's just like everything else. Practice makes perfect. Study makes perfect. And there's tons of material on YouTube, plenty of streamers out there that do really, really well in this environment, and they can show you tips and tricks on how to get better. So don't be afraid to try to learn. This is how you play for free. So if you're not good at limited or sealed or draft, I personally am not great at it. There are other ways to play the game for free without having to jump into draft and get your teeth kicked in. So another way to play for free is to go up here on the right here is all of your play modes, right? So you have the color challenge, which is trying to get you to do this, and then you have a standard event, historic event, and then you have the draft, traditional draft, and then traditional standard, traditional historic. Now, what this is, we're going to go over the events, because we're going to focus on the events, because we just covered draft. So let's click on standard event. Again, ways to enter an event. You can lose up to 3 times. You can enter with 95 gems, which is cheap, right? Comparatively, comparative to limited, this is cheap. 95 gems, or here's the kicker, 500 coins. If you saw on the previous home screen, you get 500 coins for completing one quest. 500 coins gets you at a standard event. And you get rewards just for plays. Even if you don't win at all, 100 coins back and 3 cards. But if you win it all, you double your expense. So you spend 500, you get 1,000 back. All right, so guess what? You can jump back in, spend 500, and you still net 500 coins. You do it again, and it repeats. Now the thing here is you don't get gems. So if you play in these events, you will never get gems as a reward, but you will get coins, and they pay for themselves, and that's how you play the game for free. So you accumulate tons and tons and tons of coins through these events. You have standard, you have historic, which is, again, it's just from a bigger pool, but it's the same thing. We're just going to go over it to show you. It's the same thing, right? Now we're going to show you the traditional standard event, which will be just like historic. Now, as you see, it's more expensive. Why? Because it's a traditional standard, which means it's a best of 3, and you have a sideboard that you're going to use. We'll go over that in another video on how to sideboard, but right now we're just talking about how to play Arena for free and get your ability to compete for free. You can enter this again with 190 gems. You're probably not going to have any if you're trying to play for free. But for 1,000 coins, again, if you go back to the home screen, you got 3 quests there, all 500 coins apiece. More than accumulated enough to enter one of these events. Now, the kicker is if you don't win at all, you just get 3 cards and you won't get any coins back. But look, just for one win, you get 500 gold and 3 coins, 3 cards, right? So for 500 gold, then you're not quite there yet to pay for itself, but you could jump into the other one, right? If you fail on this one, you can go into a regular standard event and play that instead. So 2 wins, you get your money back. You get your coins back, at least, so you can do this again. And then it's just uphill from there. 1,500 for 3, 1,700 for 4, and 2,100 for all 5 wins. So if you go 5-1, then you're good. You can even lose a game and still come out more than double what you put in it, right? And your card rewards themselves will be better based off the image here on the screen. That's how, in a nutshell, how you play Magic Arena for absolute free. You never have to open the wallet, you never have to open the pocketbook, you never have to break out the checkbook, you just have to play the game. We will go ahead and warn you that you will struggle to win early on. So I just suggest you practice. You play whatever these quests say here, cast 20 white or green, cast 20 black or red, cast 20 green or red. So what you could do is play, one match of a mono red deck, one match of mono green deck, and you're going to have these quests mostly finished, right? Plus you'll get these daily challenges going too. So you'll accumulate coins really, really, really fast, and then you take those coins and you dump them into the events. And as you build your collection up, as you get the card rewards, as you open packs, you can compete more and more and more. And then we're gonna end the video on one last note, and that's about how to use your wildcard. So without going into a lot of detail about Magic and without trying to play some live footage here, we can do that in another video. You want to be very, very cautious on how you spend your rare and your mythic rare wildcards. Why? Because it's very, very difficult to acquire these cards. They're rare, for the reason mythic rare, the hardest to get, so you want to spend those wisely. One thing that most Magic players will tell you is whatever rare land mana that is available in each set of cards. You want to try to get those as fast as possible because that is the fuel for the entire deck. Spending your wild cards wisely. Don't just build a bunch of crazy decks because you're just throwing wild cards to win. Don't do that. Spend them wisely. Think about how you want to build the deck. Think about how you should spend the wild cards. Lands are always good to dump rare wild cards into because lands go in a multitude of decks. The mythic rares, you really want to be selective because most decks don't run a ton of mythics in them for the most part, and if they do, you want to be sure that you're building the deck the right way. I suggest looking at deck lists on like MTG Goldfish or AetherHub.com. Check those deck lists out. You don't have to copy it card for card, but it'll give you an idea of how you should spend your wild cards on the decks that you want to build. Find your style. Stick to the style. Use the rare wild cards and the mythic wild cards appropriately. Get a deck that you're comfortable playing with, that you're good playing with, and then play these events. You will thank me later. It's 100% free to play the game. All you have to do is put time in it. And you don't have to put tons. Just put some time in every day. Play the events, collect your coins, buy packs, draft, whatever you're good at, take advantage of it. And that's all it takes to play MTG Arena. Absolutely. Alright Magicians, I hope you enjoyed that video on how to play MTG Arena for free. Now there's other videos that you'll see later on the channel on how to do drafts, how to build a deck that's going to be competitive. We'll actually have some gameplay footage on here a little bit later on how we compete and how we play the ladder. We try to rank up in Mythic. I try to hit Mythic every single season, so be on the lookout for that in the future. Also be sure to follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Maskevic. We play Magic once or twice a week on stream there. We'll be glad to have you answer any questions. Please feel free to like the video, comment if you want to, any suggestions you have, any questions you may have. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hit that subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitch. We're glad to have you. Until then, be kind and we will talk to you later.